Rain lashed against the windows of my office, mirroring the tempest brewing inside me. A crumpled photo lay on my desk. Ilara, her smile as radiant as the summer sun, now just a ghost in my memory. She was gone, swept away by the storm of life, just like the flimsy sailboat she'd loved so much. The official report called it an accident, a rogue wave on the notoriously treacherous Black Sea coast. But I, Detective Leo Maxwell, didn't believe in accidents. Not when it came to Ilara. My phone buzzed. "Maxwell, we got a body," my gruff partner, Miller, announced. "Fishermen found it this morning. Looks like a drowning." "Where?" I asked, my voice tight. "Same stretch of coast where Ilara disappeared." My gut clenched. This couldn't be a coincidence. I arrived at the scene, the wind whipping my coat around me. The body, a young woman, lay covered by a white sheet. Miller pulled it back. It wasn't Ilara. Relief washed over me, quickly replaced by a fresh wave of unease. This woman, though different, had the same haunted look in her eyes as Ilara had in the weeks leading up to her disappearance. "Anything?" I asked Miller. "Nothing yet. No ID, no witnesses. Just the sea and the storm, the storm. It was always the storm." I started digging, interviewing locals, fishermen, anyone who might have seen something. They all spoke of the unusually violent storms that had plagued the coast recently, of strange lights seen flickering on the water, of whispers about smugglers operating in the area. Smugglers? Could Ilara have stumbled upon something dangerous? Days turned into weeks. I was obsessed, haunted by Ilara's face, by the unanswered questions. I found a connection between the dead woman and Ilara, a shared interest in marine biology, a membership in the same obscure online forum dedicated to the study of rare sea creatures. They were both fascinated by a particular type of bioluminescent algae, known locally as sea fire. My investigation led me to a secluded cove, where I found a hidden shack. Inside, I discovered a sophisticated underwater camera and a series of encrypted files. I managed to decrypt one. It showed Ilara and the other woman, together, diving at night, collecting samples of the sea fire. They weren't just amateur enthusiasts, they were onto something big. The next file revealed the truth: the sea fire wasn't just a natural phenomenon. It was being cultivated, manipulated, by someone. For what purpose, I didn't know. But it was clear that Ilara and the other woman had discovered this secret, and that someone had wanted them silenced. I raced back to the coast, the storm raging again. I knew I was close. I found a hidden laboratory built into the cliffs, powered by a generator humming ominously. Inside, tanks glowed with the eerie light of the cultivated sea fire. A man in a lab coat stood before them, his face illuminated by the strange light. "You shouldn't be here, Detective," he said, his voice cold. It was Dr. Aries Thorne, a renowned marine biologist, a man Ilara had admired. He confessed everything. He had discovered that the sea fire could be used as a powerful energy source, but he needed to keep it secret, to control it. Ilara and the other woman had gotten too close. He had taken care of them, making it look like accidents. I arrested Thorne, finally bringing some closure to Ilara's case. But the storm within me still raged. I had found the killer, but I hadn't found Ilara. Her body had never been recovered. Weeks later, I received a package. Inside, a small, waterproof container. I opened it, and my breath caught in my throat. It was a memory card. I plugged it into my computer. A video started playing. It was Ilara. She was on her boat, the storm raging around her. She was filming herself, her voice trembling but determined. "They are after me, Leo," she said. "They know what I've discovered. But I won't let them win. I'm going to expose them." Suddenly, the boat lurched violently. A figure appeared behind her, a shadowy silhouette. There was a struggle, and then the camera went dark. I felt a wave of despair wash over me. I had been so close, yet so far. Ilara had known she was in danger. She had tried to warn me. But I had failed her. Then, I noticed something in the background of the video, a faint detail I had missed before. A small island, shrouded in mist. An island I knew well. It was a remote, uninhabited island, known locally as Storm's End. I chartered a boat and headed to the island. The storm was still raging, as if the heavens themselves were mourning Ilara's loss. I searched the island, every cove, every cave. And then, I found it. A small, hidden cave, protected from the elements. Inside, a makeshift shelter. And in the corner, a figure huddled under a blanket. It was Ilara. She was alive. She had faked her death, knowing that Thorn would be looking for her. She had used the storm as her cover, disappearing from sight, leaving behind a carefully crafted trail of evidence to lead me to Thorn. She knew I would never give up. She had trusted me. The storm finally began to subside. The sun peeked through the clouds, casting a golden light on the island. Ilara and I embraced, the relief and joy overwhelming. She had survived the storm, not just the physical one, but the storm of betrayal, of fear, of loss. She had faced the other side of storms in life, and she had found her way back to me. Our love story, it turned out, wasn't a tragedy. It was a story of resilience, of courage, and of the enduring power of love, even in the face of the storm.